Hi, it's Anthony and Catherine Martin on our property here at Mullally called Glendorel. My family has been here since '71. We came from a farming background in Victoria. Since we arrived, we've been trying to steward the land and improve it. We continue to do so.
I've been here since 1985. We've been married for 29 years, been part of the farming partnership.
With the traditional farming systems here in '71 were a lot of cultivation in between crops, including burning the cereal stubbles, which didn't help. We lost the ash and the nutrients, and we lost the protection for the soil. The infiltration was really poor in the early farming systems. Any wet cultivation would smear the clay in the cultivation zone. It would pool water in those regions after rainfall, then the soil would mobilise and run off. We would lose the soil into the streams. It had to change. And that's why we looked at the reduction in the cultivation to zero-till and no-till. Especially in the early days, we didn't have the funds, so we did a great deal ourselves with the no-till equipment that we trialled. We improved our infiltration rates a lot. We kept the ground cooler with the straw cover. Erosion has become a minor issue. Regarding the ground cover, this field here is a pretty normal look for our land with upwards of 60–70% ground cover. We're protecting the soil from heavy rainfall, excess heat and evaporation. We're doing enough checks and balances to see that our infiltration rate is high, our runoff is low. The roots and the biopores in the soil which are transmitting the water down deeper where we can keep it for quite some time. And that's where the roots and earthworm channels really help us to get the water in. The native earthworms were in abundance, and during the cultivation and burn era, they disappeared. You wouldn't see them in their soil types. We're quite pleased to see them back, both in minimum till, in smaller numbers, and then in the zero till. We found them easy to find, especially with a little bit higher moisture levels. We're just coming out of a drought here at the moment. You can still find them, but the numbers are building well. It's all about slowing the water here. We're looking at reducing the percentages of traffic on the fields, which can be solved with even more improved equipment with lighter ground pressures and narrower areas zoned for traffic. Anything we can do to lighten the footprint on the machinery. We're on a 3-9-27 multiple system, so it's always the same, always within 2 centimetres. Make sure we don't get erosion, maximise the infiltration rates at all times, try and keep that alluvium, and then adjust the response of cropping to suit those moisture levels. We do get a lot of alluvium with this system, which is beneficial long term. Our infiltration rates also help our erosion because the runoff's reduced. In regards to managing herbicide loads, we've used the new weed seeker technology, which reduces herbicide inputs. Total kilograms per hectare of any actives are much reduced. So it's great technology and very helpful. Maintaining the stubble and trem lining has increased the available water from each fall. We can respond quicker with these systems and get yields that are just as good but in a shorter time frame. It helps all around.
Northwest Local Land Services would like to acknowledge funding from the Australian Government for this project.